Hey, how y'all doing out there? I got some questions about the Bible, and I was seeing if anybody could give me an answer to it. Reading from the King James Bible, and my questions have to do with David and Jonathan's relationship. We heard about King David, and we've heard about David and Saul, and how Saul chasing through the wilderness was always after him, trying to kill him, and everything like that. But how often do we hear about David and Jonathan? So let's hear about Jonathan, Saul's son. You remember Saul, the one that was always trying to kill David? So let's hear a little bit about David and Jonathan's relationship. Now it's going to start off in chapter 18, 1 Samuel chapter 18, verse 1. David just killed Goliath. The Israelites ran the Palestinians back. So, and it came to pass, verse 18, and it came to pass when he had made an end of speaking unto Saul, that the soul of Jonathan was knit with the soul of David, and Jonathan loved him as his own soul. Verse 3. Then Jonathan and David made a covenant because he loved him as his own soul. Verse 4. And Jonathan stripped himself of the robe that was upon him and gave it to David, and his garments, even to his sword, and to his bow, and to his girdle. So it's kind of crazy. Jonathan just met David. David is a mighty warrior. Just defeated this huge Goliath man. Defeated his war, military, army, all kinds of stuff. Jonathan first sees him, and their souls are knit together. And it's wonderful. It's kind of a weird though. So let's go to 1 Samuel chapter 20. We're gonna go verse 28 through 30. Now this is also from the King James Bible. And Jonathan answered Saul. Now, right here, this is a feast. Now, this feast goes on for a few days, and Jonathan and Saul both expect David to be sitting at David's seat. David hasn't gotten there. Jonathan and David have come up with this plan that the way Saul asks about David's absency is about if determines if he wants David there or not. So it's getting pretty late. Nothing's happened yet. So here we're going to go with chapter 28. And Jonathan answered Saul, David earnestly asked leave of me to go to Bethlehem, and he said, Let me go. I pray thee, for our family hath a sacrifice in the city, and my brother, he hath commanded me to be there. And now, if I have found favor in thine eyes, let me get away. I pray thee, and see my brethren. Therefore he cometh not unto the king's table. Then Saul's anger was kindled against Jonathan, and he said unto him, Thou son of the perverse rebellious woman, do not I know that thou hast chosen the son of Jesse? Jesse is David's dad. David is Jesse's son. The son of Jesse to thine own confusion, and unto the confusion of thy mother's nakedness? That's some weird stuff to say to somebody. What kind of confusion? And what about his mom being rebellious, and his mother's nakedness, and Jonathan's confusion? What's going on with this family? Let's go a little bit further on to this stuff. Now we're going to go to verse 41, same chapter, same King James Bible. 41. As soon as the lad was gone, David arose out of his place toward the south, and fell on his face to the ground, and bowed himself 3 times. And they kissed one another, and wept with one another, until David exceeded. I'm not sure what that means. Was his exceeded? What does that mean? What did he do to exceed what was needed to be exceeded? And Jonathan said to David, Go in peace, forasmuch as we have both sworn both in the name of the Lord, saying, The Lord be between me and thee, and between my seed and thy seed forever. And he arose and departed, and Jonathan went into the city. David and Jonathan are proclaiming before the Lord that their seed can be tied up forever. Let's go a little further on into this. We're going to go to chapter 23, 15 and 17. Now, chapter 15, and David saw that Saul was come out to seek his life. And David was in the wilderness of Ziph in a wood. And Jonathan, Saul's son, arose and went to David into the wood to strengthen his hand in God. And he said unto him, Fear not, for the hand of Saul my father shall not find thee, and thou shalt be king over Israel, and I shall be next unto thee. And that also Saul my father knoweth. And they two made a covenant before the Lord, and David abode in the wood, and Jonathan went into his house. So Jonathan is telling him, you're going to be king, and I'm going to be sitting right beside you. And my father knows that. So my father knows that you are going to be the leader, and I'm going to be the one that's here right beside you, because our souls are knit as one. It's kind of strange, but let's keep reading. We're going to go to 2 Samuel. And so now we're going to see what 2 Samuel chapter 1, verse 26 through 27 has to say. Or as it is written. As it is written in the Bible, 2 Samuel chapter 1, verse 26, I am distressed for thee, my brother Jonathan. Very pleasant hast thou been unto me. Thy love to me was wonderful, passing the love of a woman. How are the mighty fallen, and the weapons of war perished? King James Bible. Jonathan and David's love to each other was more sweeter to each other than that of a woman. Their souls were knit together. They've openly kissed. Saul, the dad, was continuously mad at David. What's going on? To y'all out there, what was Jonathan and what was David's relationship?